You are listening to a podcast by the Little School of Happiness. My name is Sandra Hayes and I'm your host. Here you will find episodes on all the Vedic teachings like yoga, Ayurveda and Vedic astrology. For more information about me and my offerings, please go to sandrahayes.eu, or if you're in Germany, sandrahayes.de. Hello and welcome to another episode on the nakshatras. Please do go back to 7 episodes before to begin this series if you don't know what a nakshatra is. Otherwise, just keep listening when it comes to Punarvasu Nakshatra today. The nakshatras are the lunar mansions that the moon travels through the star constellations where the moon travels through for each 1 day and a night, roughly, in each one of them. And Punarvasu is the 7th of these lunar mansions. And when the moon enters Punarvasu, something softens again. After the storm of Ardra, after that breakdown and the grief and the cleansing, Punarvasu brings relief and he brings renewal. It's the gentle light after the storm, after the thunder. It's the calm after the intensity. It's the first clear breath after the tears. Punarvasu Nakshatra is the return to light, the homecoming star. It literally means return of the light or becoming new again. And it's the nakshatra of restoration, of homecoming, of wholeness. After Ardra has shaken us up, Punarvasu puts the pieces back together again. And not to go back to what was before, but to emerge much wiser and fuller and more compassionate and with more integrity than before. And let's explore the symbolism and the stories around Punarvasu a little bit and its connection to the goddess Aditi, the nourishing presence of Jupiter, and also how to work with this really deeply healing lunar energy. So this nakshatra you will find in Gemini, 20 degrees Gemini, but it also stretches all the way to the beginning of Cancer, 3 degrees and 20 minutes of Cancer. So it goes through the borders between air and water. And its essence is gentle renewal, and its inner integration and compassion and returning home to the self. And in our hero's journey, this is after we've faced the storms, we faced the demons, we've had a good cry, and now we can return to the world again, back to the world with our treasure, with the treasure that we've earned, with, the healing and the being ourselves again. And the presiding deity of Punarvasu is Aditi. Aditi is one of the most ancient and revered goddesses in the Vedas. She's the archetypal mother. She's the primordial feminine, the divine feminine, the source of all forms. Everything is coming from her. Everything is made from her, just like everything is made from atoms and molecules. So this energy matrix is Aditi. And Aditi, like the energy matrix, is formless. Her name literally means unbroken and limitless. So unbroken, we can't destroy it. It's unbreakable. It's unbroken and it's unbreakable. And it's freedom. And this is a symbol of unconditional space, of holding, of inclusion. She's the mother of the 12 solar deities called the Adityas, and they uphold the cosmic order. There's one for each month of the year, and it's, the different phases of the sun, the Adityas, but Aditi is the mother of all of them. She represents the nourishing force behind that masculine solar intelligence. She's expansive, she's generous, and she is always about truth. She's always returning to truth. And in the story, Aditi longs to bring beings into the world who will actually protect Dharma and uphold harmony in the world. And so from her womb come the solar gods, including Vishnu and Varuna and Mitra, and they all shine with a lot of light, and they bring this light into the world, and they keep the rhythms of the world, the rhythms of nature, the seasons, time, and karma as well. But Aditi also experiences a lot of loss and grief, like all mothers do. And in some stories, her other children, the Daityas, the Asuras, the Devas and the Asuras, are always central to the Vedic stories. The Asuras are the fallen beings, the shadowed beings. They are the demons. They are those that are rejected by everyone, but not by Aditi. She loves all her children equally, so unconditionally. She's the great cosmic mother. And she really does embrace all emotions. She embraces light and shadow equally. And she continues also to give birth to everything, to the future, even when she's suffering. So she's the ultimate mother force. And she has a lot of capacity to love and to begin again also after she's lost things, and to forgive. And this capacity is really the heart of Punarvasu Nakshatra. The symbol of Punarvasu is a bow and a quiver. And this, a quiver of arrows. And this refers to being ready to act, but not in a violent way. Like the quivers are all, the arrows are all in the quiver. And there's a readiness there to take the arrow and go for a goal, but they're still settled. So it's it's about someone who is just going to battle, or maybe has just returned from battle, and is ready now to rest or to find a higher path. And the arrows that have been fired in Ardra, this, the storm and the warlike nakshatra, they're now collected again and put away. And so this becomes symbolic for focus and direction, but also for peace after intensity. And Punarvasu literally means becoming whole again, or the return of the good again. So this is all about restoration and inner return. And it brings a sense of coming home to ourselves, again, to us, to who we really are, to just being able to breathe again and being able to be ourselves again. And it's a return to balance and love as well, and also a return to possibility, because when, the war is fought, the war is over, and now we look at all the shards, but we can breathe again, and we can think about, okay, now the future is mine again. Which direction do I want to go? Where do I want to build my house now? How do I want to start new? I can pick a path now. I don't have to go back to my old life, and I can't, but the new life will be even better because I have all the possibility all the opportunities and all the potential is there. It's also about mothering and about inclusion and space holding. And it reflects all these themes, all the kind of, cosmic mothering themes. So it's not just about actual children that we have, but cosmic children and spiritual children. That means our creation. What do we create? What have we created? And how are we looking after it? How are we looking after the world? And this isn't really, sentimental, but it's the ability to hold the world or others in non-judgmental awareness, and to offer safety and refuge to someone who needs it, maybe. And also to stay loving even through our own pain and loss, maybe. Maybe the children we have brought up, they are now ready to move out, and we have to let them go, but we still love them because we are the mother. And we also love them no matter what they do. We might not approve of many things that our children do, but the love will always be there. And Punarvasu also brings the ability to start over again, to try again, to forgive and move on. It's extending grace to ourselves and also to others. And it's the opposite, really, of perfectionism. We don't need to be perfectionists here. We are unconditional. And it is about truth and peace and the returning light. So coming home to ourselves. This is the invitation of Punarvasu. Coming home to our heart after a time of grief. So we can ask ourselves, where actually is my inner home? And what makes me feel safe again? Where do I feel safe? And maybe we can try to meditate on that. And if we have a practice, we could... if we have a yoga practice, it wouldn't be the most dynamic yoga that is helpful for this energy, but maybe a restorative yoga where we just rest and release. And maybe we can, after we've cleared out a lot of things through the previous nakshatras, but now we can maybe decorate the home again. We can make a nest. We can do grounding rituals and nourish ourselves and cook a good meal for ourselves. And we can also work with the gift of inclusion that we get from Aditi. So we can ask ourselves, can I maybe make space for someone else's pain or someone else's need without needing to fix it, but actually just holding space? People who with moon in Punarvasu or another important planet in Punarvasu, they are great space holders often. So they can be very good at, offering just to be there and holding space and facilitating, maybe, being a therapist of some sort or a teacher, but one that doesn't push knowledge, but that inspires with knowledge. And also we can ask ourselves, is there maybe something that I have neglected or abandoned that wants to be picked up again? Or what in my life, or maybe who in my life needs another chance? And also we can give offerings to the mother, to our mother, our birth mother. That is very powerful as well, but also to Mother Earth. And we can make simple offerings like, lighting a candle or offering some flowers or grain or, we can do something, do an action that protects the earth, protects the world, or in simple action of maybe give a donation in relation to the mothers of the earth or to the earth. And most powerful often is to do something to our own mother, something good for our own mother. And if we happen to have a difficult relationship to our own mother, then maybe it's time to do something healing for that relationship. That would be very powerful thing to do. And also we can ask ourselves, what actually is really meaningful to me? What is my purpose? How can I align my actions with what I actually believe? So Punarvasu is the star of renewed hope. It's the shelter after the storm, and it's wisdom that grows through past suffering that we might have gone through. But it returns now with a lot of renewed hope and love. And it reminds us also that it's never too late to begin new again. And that healing doesn't always arrive with rocket spells and poetry, but with stillness sometimes and grace. And that there is always a cosmic mother who embraces us as their child, that we are never lost and never alone. So we can, listen to that. What in us is looking to be restored? And can I maybe hold space for my own grief and my own sorrow, but also my own joy? And also, where am I being invited to come home to? So this was Punarvasu Nakshatra today. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it interesting, and I look forward to connecting with you again. Bye for now. You were listening to a podcast by the Little School of Happiness. For more information, please go to sandrahayes.eu, or if you are in Germany, sandrahayes.de.